Hi, I'm Six Shot.
I'm all in a blur.
So we're doing our reflections video for TFN 2017.
TF Nation.
Yeah. This is the best one so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was pretty fun in every way. I'd say it's awesome. You know, the people is what we're basically going to talk about, because that's what it was all about, as usual, for everybody. And the toy stuff, we've already recorded separate videos for that, so you know, check out our hauls if you want to see, if you're interested, what we got. But other than that, it's just the actual meeting with people that was what we like to do, and boy was it good.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a mad weekend. Friday was quite a chilled kind of day, actually, for us. We didn't do a lot in terms of panels or anything, actually. We didn't do any of the panels or any of the bits and pieces in the hall. We were just, we didn't get there till after 3.
Yeah, we got there after 3. We were basically taking it easy. We went and got coffee and some food. Yeah, before we turned up, just so that we could be totally relaxed, not needing to go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah. And
just check in, because we just wanted to get rid of our luggage.
Yeah. And
then socialise. So I think the one thing that did my head in was on Friday when we got there. It was manic, which we expected, but then, you know, they gave us the wrong keys and stuff like that. We almost walked off with them as well, and then they didn't give us the Wi-Fi key with it, and all that kind of stuff.
There was a bit of a kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Bit of a kerfuffle at the main desk. It seemed a bit more rushed this year with them. They didn't seem as organised as they have in previous years. The Hilton itself.
Yeah.
I think that was, I don't know what that was for, what happened, or what it was about, or whether they just had an influx of people at that particular weekend and they couldn't cope with it. But it did seem very not organised.
Yeah, the event was really well organised.
The event was immaculate.
As in TFN Nation, but the hotel not quite as much. But still, it worked out well. Yeah. One thing I'm going to give some kudos to the Hilton, though, is that the Purity Bar.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was so good. As ale drinkers, and also the price being better, I think that just made a huge impact over last year.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, most of us in the community moaned about the prices of the beer from last year and before even. And I think this year that just really put that right a bit.
Having that happy hour between 5 and 7.
Yeah, you could get a drink you actually like.
Yeah.
At a price you used to pay.
Yeah, £3 is actually what we pay.
Good work.
So that was great. The Purity Bar's great. I hope it stays there. Yeah, that was fantastic, because you could walk in there and pay. I think even when it's not happy hour, I think it's £5 a pint in there. Yeah. But then you go into the bar and for the same drink, it's £5.30
or something like that.
£5 something, and you're like, wow,
it's just £6.
It's insane, really. There's no need for it, but you know, I understand it's a hotel and they.
Well, it just means that you drink less and you're gonna go out. It was a great time, and Friday was fantastic, catching up with people, and you know, just really settling in. It was an awesome day. I really enjoyed it.
It was great.
And then we get on to, obviously, Saturday being the main day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of the convention, and we had a nice lie-in, didn't we? Which was great, because it was Friday sort of night. We didn't get to bed particularly early.
No.
And we did get to spend some time with a lot of people, so that was really nice. So it was nice to lie in on Saturday.
Yeah. It wasn't stupid. We weren't like stupidly early. It was, you know, it wasn't stupidly late.
Yeah.
But we didn't get up really early.
No, we got the breakfast, which was much needed, and because we've been dieting, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just having one meal a day for quite a while now, and to have a little break from that and have a breakfast and then have a meal later is pretty nice, a little break. So that was cool, and it was nice to be able to, you know, see people at breakfast and then go out and have a look around. So I guess that led us on to the next stage of the toys, isn't it? Is the next thing you do on the Saturday morning. So check out our hauls. I think yours is up and the kids is up. Mine will be up soon, probably by the time this is up. And that was nice. There wasn't anything that we were specifically looking for particularly.
No, I go with no plan, and then I always end up buying stuff.
Yeah, there's always stuff that you'll see there, and that's the fun of it. So we ended up getting a few bits. My haul wasn't anywhere near as big as the previous years, particularly last year was the biggest one I'd had, but the year before that was still bigger than this one.
Yeah.
But I got stuff I liked, you got things you really liked, and I think the kids are really happy as well with their stuff. And thanks again to Gary Hot Ronnie Prime for some excellent stuff in the box.
Yeah, that was amazing.
We all got some cool stuff from that, so it was really great fun. But we'll come back to that. So after the toy stuff, what happened next?
It was just chilling in the bar, playing with the toys that we got. You know, people coming over as they do and checking out what you bought, come and sit down, have a chat. Of course, we had the TFNS meets over the weekend where people were coming over and going, "Oh, it's the TFNS meet," and we're like, "Yeah, come and say hi and chat." And so that was really awesome. That, you know, we had a few people that came and said hi, and new people that we
first time convention, first time, you know, meeting other fans in Transformers and such as well. That was just really nice to have.
It was.
You know, to welcome people.
Yeah.
That was really a privilege, and it was quite a lot of fun to make new friends. So I think that's one of the big attractions of the convention, isn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. And then it was just, it was basically chilling out, to say, playing with toys, and then went and took all that stuff back to the room, and went to the Club Con in the evening, which was great. Another really well organised cosplay competition. Always love seeing what people create, and it just looks amazing. Some of the Death's Head one was really awesome, and
that shocked me. I was so happy to see that. I know Jermaine had got a picture with a person that had dressed up as Death's Head, and that was totally amazing. You know, on a personal level, because such a big fan.
Yeah, there was some really great cosplay this year, and then something a bit different in they had a quiz type of situation, and then the script reading, which was really, really good. Again this year, the script reading's always good, always something to look forward to. Really well done. Mark Ryan and Maggie Roswell, Hal Rail, they all did really, really, really well.
I was very impressed with Hal in that. I have to say, his voice was just, it was spot on.
Yeah,
you know,
it was awesome.
He could be in my band any day.
Yeah.
He got power.
Yeah.
In that voice, I was impressed.
Yeah, it was cool.
But that's all good.
Still doing voices from 30 years ago and still sounding exactly the same. So, yeah, it was really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of threw us a little bit this year because we was planning to get food after the Club Con had finished, but it finished quite late actually this year. So we kind of ate in the hotel, we ordered pizza and chilled out essentially with people. You know, we had Hot Ronnie Prime and Hopeless Chatter, his girlfriend.
That's the point actually. The hotel attempted to overcharge us for the pizza.
They did. Reason. I wasn't having any of it. I put my foot down and got the correct price after 3 attempts, because apparently they can't work things out. But yeah, 3 attempts, and I got the correct price. She charged me. It was fine. It was okay. So we had pizza, and then as I say, we just hung out with like loads of people. Loads of people. It was
fantastic. There's actually more people that we'd like to have hung out with. It's just trying to meet everyone and speak to everyone. Was difficult. You know, there was so many, and I've spoke to other people since, and I was like, I didn't get a chance to speak to you, and I was like, you know what? It would have been great. It's just
there's so many people and not enough time.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it is.
And also the events.
The panels, the meets, everything that's going on that weekend is so difficult to actually find time to go and speak to people in between then going to do their own thing as well as wanting to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, every year so far, I've actually thought, I saw someone there and thought, crap, I didn't speak to them.
Yeah.
And some of them I know the names and everything, and others I didn't know their names, but I wanted to meet them from before. And it seems to be every year. So there's loads of people I've yet to meet that obviously regularly go But I think we're all the same, and we don't get to speak to them. And then there's people I know who I haven't had a chance to really talk to.
Yeah.
You've already said you're going to do something else, but that's the nature of big meets, and I think that's why the meets in between are so key, because that's your chance maybe to actually get more time with people. So look out for the Transformers and Such meets. We're trying to do them regularly, trying to do them as much as we can in different places. The last one was in Birmingham, because everyone knew where it was and it was easy to get to, like the convention. So we did that. The next one is going to be in Shrewsbury, which should be easy for people in Wales, easy for people in Manchester, easy for people in the West Country and in the Midlands as well. And then after that, we're going to try and do some other locations. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be mixing it up, but please do try and come to those, because we want to get as many people together as possible. And it's great seeing them at TF Nation, but it's a whole year. Yeah. It's a long time to wait. We miss you. Yeah, it's great if we can do it, obviously, more often. And there are other meets as well that are set up, so people take advantage of those too. Yeah. And we will too, where we can. But it's something that we want to try and encourage, and I think everybody pretty much does. So.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody that played Cards Against Humanity on Saturday night with us, because, oh my life. I'm glad that I got to burst a few people's cherries with Cards Against Humanity that I hadn't played it before.
That was hilarious.
But that was just so funny. As I say, my ribs hurt for like 2 days after.
Yeah. I laughed like a little girl in that, because I hadn't played it before myself. I knew roughly what it was about, and I kind of got to grips with the rules early, but because I hadn't experienced it myself.
It's just too funny.
It was very hard to keep any composure during that game. It's hilarious.
I think Gareth Mills has got a video on Facebook of one round of Cards Against Humanity, and Hot Rodney Prime is trying to read out the answers and just loses it. So if anybody wants to find that video and just watch it, that was like a small snippet of just some of the enjoyment of that entire evening. It was just so funny.
Mental. It was
so funny.
It was hilarious.
It was a very late night that night.
It was.
Saturday night was
it just went on because late night. When we finished playing the game, I think Jermaine won, did he?
Yes, I think so. Jermaine
won. By the time we finally got a winner on that, and almost quite a few of us almost won, which is fun. I like that. Yeah. I like that it was close. But after that, we started singing theme songs from various 80s cartoons, and that was just absolutely funny. I don't think we'd done that before at any of these conventions, so it was quite amusing to do it. I just sort of started it off by saying, as Jermaine won, I think he ought to sing Jason the Wheel Warriors to entertain us all. And then, of course, we just carried on all singing everything, so that was quite amusing. Yeah. Everybody
that came in later, everybody that started the evening with us, because it just kept, more people just appeared, and people went to bed, and then more people appeared, and it was just a really awesome evening. And so everybody that came and joined us on Saturday evening, thank you, because you absolutely made my complete weekend.
And I had a few people say to me, I would have come up, but I didn't want to interrupt. Come up.
Come and interrupt.
If you see us playing a game or talking or whatever, just come up and interrupt, because interlopers are welcome.
Yes, absolutely.
To go without saying, that's what it's all about. So when we have Transformers and Such meets, it means anybody. It means anybody come. Yeah. Because that's what it is. It's just basically an opportunity for people to meet. Yep. And to have fun.
Yes, definitely.
So, absolutely.
Yeah, Sunday was a very sensitive day, because I was very hungover. And
I wasn't.
You wasn't. I was very hungover.
I didn't drink that much, because on Saturday I had a stinking headache most of the day. So if you saw me looking a bit worse for wear, it's just because I'd had a really bad head. Thankfully, Emma got a couple of tablets for me, because I couldn't get any from the hotel or anything. I didn't think to bring any, and that really helped. And it kind of went off a little bit on the evening, which is why I had so much fun. And then just towards the end, when I was starting to get it back again, it was at bedtime. I think about 3 o'clock we left, and it was just coming back a bit. So I was fine on Sunday. I was no problem at all. But I know you were quite.
Oh yeah, I was rough. to the point where I thought in the end I had to have another pint just to take the edge off, which sounds terrible, but yeah, hair of the dog, it works. It works. But yeah,
I went to get us coffees and ended up getting us beers instead.
So it was
So it was nice having some young people come to the convention and come and say hello.
Yeah.
Because we sometimes forget that it's all adults mostly at the concert. It's nice to actually see some young people still coming into the fandom and enjoying it and keeping it going for the next generation. And on Sunday our two boys as well came, and they had a good time. They loved the stuff that Gary gave them, and they really did pick up some good pieces as well from walking around and having a shop. So that was really enjoyable, memorable for them. And then obviously the little muckabout we did on Sunday before we left. Yeah. We got a little bit of a group together, didn't we? We was just basically transforming and stuff. So there'll be a video for that, which I'll edit and shorten a bit.
Yeah, we watched the third party panel, which we have recorded all of it, so we will upload that.
I think the thing is with that is there's so many people that couldn't come to the convention.
Yeah.
And obviously more people try to come every year, more people do come every year. But I think there's so many that want to see that. Yeah. And to really convey that, just look how many members there are in the third party Transformer groups. Yeah. You know, you just look what the numbers are. That is the kind of numbers. Yeah. That's more people in those groups than there is that actually went to the whole convention. Yeah. So when you look at how big the audience potentially could be for that panel, it's massive.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing is as well for us, I tried to do as many live streams as I could over the weekend for Transformers and such. And I know that we had like 3 unboxings that were streamed over on Transformers and such, and I did some of the cosplay and I did some other bits and pieces that people could watch while it was on, because I wanted you guys to be involved.
Exactly. One of the problems we had was Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi was really poor.
It was really poor. I think it was oversubscribed, I'm guessing, and so we had a few blips on the live streams where the signal was coming and going. But despite that, it was still a lot of fun to catch what we could. We had, I think in the end, 3 boxes.
3 boxes.
3 boxes, and actually a 4th, because although we couldn't get it on the live stream, actually Wilderness had one as well. So 4 boxes, live unboxings happened on Saturday night. That's a record. Yeah. So that was amazing. They're becoming the regular highlights of the thing now as a social aspect. So that was really fun. The Mark Ryan panel
was really good. Very, very good. That was when we did a lot of our panels, was Sunday. We started out on the third party panel, we watched Mark Ryan's panel, we did the IDW one, and then obviously
it was
closing ceremony then, wasn't it? So
yeah. And then we got a few signatures. I went and got signatures off JP, great guy. I'd like to talk to him more actually. I'm going to probably contact him outside of the convention to do some stuff for us. He's just a remarkable artist and a lovely fella. So there's him. Also Simon Furman and Bob Budiansky. Pleasure to have them together. Actually, was quite a momentous thing. Yeah. And getting a signature from both of them was fantastic as a Transformers fan. Yeah. So that
past years it's usually been me that got all the signatures, but I made him go this year.
Yeah. Well, I kind of didn't protest too much. I kind of wanted to do it. Past years I found being on my feet has been quite daunting, particularly if the queues are quite big. But there was no queue this year, because we left it to the Sunday. That's worked for me, and I enjoyed that. But I think as a Transformers fan, lifelong Transformers fan, having the signatures from those 2 guys, that's massive. So appreciate it. Yeah. In terms of all the people, we can't possibly list everybody. You know who you are.
Too many people.
You know who you are.
Everybody that came and spoke to us, everybody that hung out with us, had pictures with us, hugged us.
And the people that we didn't get to really chat to, you even know, a lot of you know that we want to do that, and that's what the meets are for. So, like I said, we'll get an announcement out for the Shrewsbury meets. We're planning perhaps late October, early November, probably early November. Yeah. It'll be likely on a Saturday, and we're going to try and organise an overnighter so that we can actually go out on the night as well for those that want to, and organise accommodation and stuff. So keep looking for that. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.